summer is the perfect time to make the most of fresh, local fruit, and there's no shortage of delicious ways to use it in the kitchen. Suzy Gazzellone from Suzy's Cake Angels joins us with some tips, tricks, and hacks for using all the seasonal fruit.
Suzy, it's that time of the year. Thank you so much for having me. Oh my God, I almost tripped over here.
No, don't fall.
So yes, this is the time of the year, seasonal fruit, especially in Ontario. We are deep into strawberry season, blueberry season, peach season, and nothing beats baking with fresh seasonal fruit.
It's so incredible, and you're always going to the grocery store, you're seeing it just on display, and you can't help but want to buy it, but then use it in different ways, right?
Exactly. It's got a natural sweetness, vibrant color, and it's just such great flavor, especially in desserts. So today,
what are we making?
We're gonna make a peach crumble coffee cake.
Ooh, I'm so excited.
Me too.
Okay.
Peaches are just so delicious. And so I've sliced them up.
Okay.
And you wanna make sure you slice them up in a pretty even size so that they bake evenly. They can be they can release a lot of juices, so you want to make sure that if you need to, you can pat them dry. Or you can add some flour or cornstarch, which is what I'm going to do here.
Oh, that's a fun tip.
I'm actually starting off with a filling today.
Okay.
I like to start off with the filling because it allows it some time to release the juices and also absorb the sweetness of the brown sugar, which I just put in.
Okay, yeah, that's smart.
Cinnamon. Cinnamon always enhances the flavor of the fruit, but also adds depth to the dessert.
Yeah, and it's like that warm flavor too.
Right?
Yeah, it accompanies it really well.
And you know what? It pairs so well with all the fruits. Strawberries, blueberries, peaches.
I love a little cinnamon. And coffee cake in particular, because it just has that, that quintessential coffee cake flavor.
Oh my God, it's so good. And especially when you pair it with coffee too, right?
Perfect. Okay, when it comes to the peaches, what's the best tip? Like, how do we know that they're like the perfect, I guess, flavor or sweetness before they go into this kind of cake?
So you want to find peaches that are nice and ripe and slightly firm.
Okay.
You don't want to go too overripe because it releases so many juices that at that point then that would lead to the cake becoming too soggy.
Which we don't want.
We don't want that.
Okay.
So you definitely want to find ripe peaches.
Okay.
We're going to add a little bit of lemon, and what the lemon does is it kind of cuts on that overly sweetness of the dessert. The acidity breaks it down a little, but also, again, enhances the flavor, the sweetness of the peaches.
Right, and we were saying earlier before the camera came on, but we were just talking about how it doesn't taste like lemon, but it kind of like complements it really well. That's
exactly it. It complements it, so it does what it needs to do without adding that flavor of lemon.
Right.
But if you do want to do that, you can always add a tablespoon of lemon zest, and it can become a peach lemon coffee crumble cake.
There's so many different options. Right? I love baking because it can be so versatile, and even if you want to add different types of flavors to it and all the kinds of fruits. Okay, so once we have the filling done, what else do we do?
We're gonna work on the batter. So I've already started here. I've sifted my flour, and I'm just adding my baking soda and my baking powder as well as the salt. So that's all sifted because we're breaking it up and adding air.
All right.
I've beat the butter, the sugar, and the eggs because we want to make sure that that's beaten really well.
And it does look nice and fluffy.
Doesn't it? Nice and fluffy. And I'm gonna add sour cream. And you know why we're adding sour cream?
No, tell me why.
Sour cream always adds moisture to the cake itself.
Oh.
But you want that soft, fluffy, tender texture, and that's exactly what it does.
So, wanna mix it up?
Yeah, we mix that up. And then once that's, see how it's...
Oh, look at that.
That's perfect.
A nice little light color.
And it's a nice light color. And then I'm just gonna quickly add the flour.
Okay, we have about 90 seconds.
Perfect.
Do I have to mix it with this, or do you want him? Okay.
We can mix it with that, but I actually want to get to the crumble because that's like my favorite part of the
Well, we'll pretend we just mix this, okay?
Yeah,
let's do the crumble.
A quick little mix and we're good.
We'll swap these out.
Yes, perfect. So what I have in here is brown sugar. It's okay. Brown sugar, some cinnamon, and flour.
Okay.
And what you've noticed is I've grated some butter.
Yes.
So the key with the crumble, any crumble you do for any dessert, cold butter.
Okay.
You can freeze it.
Yes.
You can keep it in the fridge, but it has to be cold. And I like grating it because you could cut it into chunks, but what happens is,
it becomes nice and like uniform size almost. You don't have to get your fingers into it, right?
Yeah, you don't have to. And then you just do a quick stir like this.
Okay.
And see how it becomes like that crumbly texture?
Oh, that's so easy.
And then you put it over your dessert.
Okay.
Put it in the oven for 350, 45 minutes. And it creates these nice crispy crumble, that golden texture.
Just on top, and it's so nice and warm. And how do we know when it's done?
You know when it's done when it's golden.
Yes.
Put a toothpick in, make sure that it comes out with very little crumble on it. cake,
Yeah.
and you're good to go.
Perfect. Suzy Gazzellone, thank you so much for all these incredible tips. And of course, we have our final product over here. We'll be trying that as well. But we also have the strawberry and the blueberry lemon as well. We'll have this up on our website, chch.com/morninglive. More coming up after the break.